Who might have believed that which began as a slashed rooftop Volkswagen could have the sort of backbone that the Porsche 911 has? The game's vehicle has been a benchmark for execution driving for quite a long time, and it's not liable to change. That is on the grounds that throughout the long term the 911's equation has advanced gradually, permitting Porsche's architects to make something genuinely ageless. The 2024 Porsche 911 has a turbocharged level 6 motor that hangs off the back, rearward of the backup, similarly as in the 1964 Unique. But presently, it very well may be had with a result as high as 473 torque. Need more? Porsche will cheerfully sell you a significantly more costly Super or GT3 model, however we audit those beasts independently. This, the standard 911, is a balance of sports vehicle and fantastic sightseer, with a perfectly measured proportion of execution and extravagance mixed to make something that will give you chills on your end of the week drives around, yet additionally be sufficiently lovely so you wouldn't see any problems with driving it consistently. The hardtop car has exemplary styling suggestive of the rare vehicles that preceded, while Cabriolet and Targa models present some outside air with their tops withdrew. Opponents, for example, the Aston Martin Vantage and the Maserati MC20 could offer a more extraordinary flavor, yet the 911's balanced nature and exact dealing with keeps it at the zenith of the game's vehicle class. Remote Android Auto at long last advances toward the 911's infotainment framework for 2024. For several years at this point, Apple clients have been the only ones ready to associate their telephones remotely to Porsche's framework, yet presently Android people can authoritatively cut the string. The main other change this year likewise includes infotainment, and it's the expansion of Spotify as a local application, meaning you won't have to interface your cell phone to stream music. In view of our involvement in Heat 911 models, we can certainly suggest the Carrera S car. It flaunts 64 ponies more than the standard Carrera and can be hit with your decision of a 7-speed manual or a fast-moving 8-speed programmed transmission. We'd likewise choose the Game Chrono bundle, which adds highlights including send-off control and extra drive modes. The game seats in addition to choice gives more steady front containers, and the game bundle adds a brought-down suspension and a snarl-tastic exhaust framework. Our determination of updates would close with ventilated front seat pads, an involved section, a warmed multifunction GT controlling wheel, and Porsche's dynamic light framework besides, which highlights programmed high shafts and headlights that turn toward the path the front tires are pointed. That is only a sprinkling of the customization choices Porsche offers on this vehicle. They add considerably to the cost, yet be admonished, they're difficult to stand up to. Mounted in the back of the 911 is a twin Super 3.0-litre level 6 chamber motor. The base Carrera has 379 drive, the S siphons out 443 horses, and the GTS produces 473 ponies. While each model comes standard with a ludicrously fast-moving 8-speed programmed transmission, a sweet 7-speed manual is offered, however you'll need to dish out through S or GTS to get it. The Roadster and Cabriolet have standard back tire drive, however they can be fitted with all-wheel drive for 4-season, superior execution driving. The Targa is all-wheel drive as it were. We've tried the base Carrera as well as a few varieties of the more impressive Carrera S, which demonstrated its ability at the circuit, and its mind-boggling foothold in unfavorable weather patterns. Regardless of the application, each 911 has a standing speed increase, particularly when the joyfully great send-off control is used. At our test track, the GTS model rushed to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds when outfitted with the 8-speed program. With the 7-speed manual, the 911 GTS conveyed a somewhat more slow 3.2-second outcome in a similar test. Porsche's discretionary game Fumes framework likewise helps improve the experience by giving a more full motor note. The best part is that the 911 is as agreeable as could be expected and furthermore better to drive. Its guiding is informative and splendidly immediate, and the Roadster and convertible have expanded cornering grasp and steadiness. The ride quality is shockingly graceful, as well, in spite of the 911's astounding body control, which permit drivers to flawlessly switch among loose and vivacious cavorts. With EPA appraisals of 18 miles per gallon city and 25 expressway, the Carrera S with the manual transmission is the most eco-friendly 911. Be that as it may, other 911 models' mileage gauges don't drop a lot farther from those figures. On our 75-mile-per-hour interstate highway, a Carrera and Carrera S procured great consequences of 33 and 30 miles per gallon, individually. The 911's inside keeps on looking refined as opposed to convoluted, with a blend of buttons, handles and contact screen controls and, unexpectedly, a huge focus cup holder. The Czech group likewise digresses from history, dumping the basically simple instruments for generally computerized ones. While these screens have some client experience issues and can be impeded by the guiding wheel, the focal tachometer actually utilizes an actual needle that follows the motor's fires up towards its superb 7,400 revolution per minute red line. The 911's low-thrown driving position and strong front seats are phenomenal, and the directing wheel has an extensive variety of change. We just wish Porsche utilized less piano dark trim on the mid-control area, gave more inside cubby capacity, and gave this symbol of a vehicle a more excellent shifter than the squat flipper that comes on programmed prepared models. Albeit the 911 keeps on offering seating for up to 4 in principle, the small rearward sitting arrangements stay as threatening to grown-ups as they were when 911s first hit the road during the 1960s. Each 911 is furnished with a 10.9-inch touchscreen coordinated into the center of the dashboard. Notwithstanding voice orders and fastens on the directing wheel, the middle screen additionally includes turning press button controls on the control center. The infotainment framework upholds a Wi-Fi area of interest and Elements remote network for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Porsche gives two top-of-the-line Encompass sound frameworks that incorporate a 12-speaker Bose unit and a 13-speaker Burmester sound system. The 911 is accessible with 4 driver help advances, including beneficial choices, for example, programmed high radiates, vulnerable side observing, and even night vision. For more data about the 911's accident test results, visit the Public Roadway Traffic Security Organization and Protection Establishment for Expressway Wellbeing sites. Key wellbeing highlights include standard forward impact advance notice and computerized crisis slowing down, accessible path takeoff cautioning and path keeping help, accessible versatile journey control. Porsche's guarantee inclusion is standard for the portion, with the primary support visit covered for nothing. Be that as it may, adversaries, for example, the Puma F-Type offer more worth by concealing support for to 5 years. Restricted guarantee covers 4 years or 50,000 miles. Powertrain guarantee covers 4 years or 50,000 miles. Free support is covered for 1 year or 10,000 miles.